said he was 2 years old. Booger says she'd be in here sometime tonight.
All right, you go live?
I did.
Okay. Yep, you're on.
Got me and you watching.
Yeah, no, you got 5 people in here now. All
Oh,
right.
okay. I got 5 people in here now. Hello, everybody. We're just getting this started, and let's see who's in here. Yell at me if you're in here, if you can hear me.
Hello, everybody.
Got my audio-visual guy sitting over here, Zachary, and he's gonna do something for us. I don't know what, but he'll do something. So, all right. Tell me if you're in here. Let me know. Say something. Type of 1, 2, 3, or 94. If you can hear me. I don't know. Well, I got one like. Hey, Craig. What's up, buddy? What's up, man? How you doing down there, man? Staying socially distracted like the rest of us? Johnny Maggs, what's up, man? How you doing up there, guy? You drinking that funny pink vodka tonight?
So you're going to say what this is about?
Okay, so I guess y'all can hear me. Tonight, let's talk some music, man. So, let's get some people in here and talk about some music and whatever else comes up. I don't care. But, I know John Prine died a couple of weeks ago, and, hey, Lep, what's up, man? So, yeah, John Prine died, and so I've been posting. I said I'd post a song of his every day on Facebook for 2 weeks. And, damn, Johnny, why not? That's some funny looking stuff. I don't know if we can get that down here or not. But anyways, I said I was going to post a song of his every day for 2 weeks. So I got 2 more days left posting John Prine's music. And it made me think yesterday, I don't think music gets talked enough about, you know, on YouTube. So Canadian Jim, what's up, man? Booger did a live stream earlier today, and her and Tango Joe gave away some stuff, and I offered up a can of that wonderful Canadian Gold. So we're going to send that to some lucky person. Hey, Kent. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about some music. What do you guys like? Ask me what I like. I'll tell you. Me and Zachary argue a lot about music. We have forever. I've taught him a lot about music. He's taught me a lot about music. We don't always listen to the same stuff, but you know, some of it's good, some of it ain't. And so, if you got any questions to ask us, let it go, and we'll answer you whatever we think. And if you don't want to talk music, we can talk anything else. I don't care. So
what did you have in mind when you wanted to do this? What did you want to talk about? I know you said you wanted to do this as a conversation.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about music.
Okay, what about it?
Just what people listen to, what they if they want to know what I listen to, what I liked, what do they like? Lep, no. Zachary, you ever heard of Upchurch?
No.
No, we never heard of him, and Zachary's my go-to guy for people I never heard of. He can't keep me in line tonight. I'm drinking 2 at a time, man.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
I need to change that. I did go out today though. Went to the grocery store today and got a few things. and picked the boy up some shit and come home. And I said, I got you a present in the icebox there. And I got me a bottle of Irish cream. And I said, stay the hell out of my Irish cream because I brought you a present.
Nope.
And right away, he gets in my damn Irish cream.
I needed an Irish coffee. I had bourbon, coffee, and Irish cream.
But I got him some kind of funny beer from Chicago. But he poured him a glass of it earlier. And he came outside and he said, man, you did good, old man.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Like, man, what the hell? So I got him a 6-pack of some kind of funny beer. But he's got expensive taste.
Yeah, I do.
Johnny Mags, yeah, classic rock, southern rock, and the blues. Yeah, I love the Delta blues. I'm not much of a Chicago blues fan, but I love the old Delta blues. Son House would be my favorite of all them old guys. I love me some Son House. I'm not into this. What's CJ listen to? Justin Timberlake, dude. I'm not into any of that. I don't listen to any rap. Bay Once and R. Kelly and all that trash. I don't listen to that. You know, Tedeschi Ducks, Gregor, that's a good band. Tedeschi Trucks, that's a good band. The other ones I don't know anything about.
I've listened to some of the Pretty Reckless. I don't know a lot of their music. I know I've heard them though. So when it comes to music, let me just kind of explain this for everybody right now. Me and him look at music very different ways. While we both appreciate music probably the same, he looks at it subjectively. I try to look at it objectively. Now there are obviously artists and bands and music that I don't like and don't care for, but objectively they are talented. One thing that
I don't agree with that, but
for example, he hates Eddie Van Halen. Now,
cannot stand Eddie Van Halen at all.
No. I am not a Van Halen fan. I am definitely not a Van Hagar fan, but objectively, Eddie Van Halen is top 15 guitarist of all time.
We had this argument the other day, and I'm like, there ain't no way in hell. No, I'm not putting Eddie Van Halen in any list.
Again,
I just ain't doing it.
Subjective versus objective.
Yeah, because I like what I listen to. I like that. I don't like shit that I don't listen to.
Well, and also, even stuff that we do listen to, you made a comment the other day about, I look at it analytically. I look at what things mean behind.
Yeah, I don't go into all that. Shooter's great, man. There's so many songs, Johnny Mags, that he does. He sounds just like his daddy. And I'll tell you, at one time in my life, back in the day, we'd had albums, you know, real 33 1/3 LPs. And I had every album Waylon made from 64 to 75. Every album. Waylon was... I know when I was in the service, brothers would come over and knock on my door in the barracks, and they'd come in, and I'm like, what the hell are you listening to, dude? And I got Waylon blaring, and I'm like, I'm listening to soul music, man. This is just pure soul music. Yeah, I was probably one of Waylon's biggest fans. I loved me some Waylon. Yeah, he was. I seen him. I think 5 times. Waylon was just too cool. And yeah, I don't know. I listen to a lot of stuff though. Zachary turned me on years ago to this dude in this group. This dude named Connor Oberst. And he was playing with a band called Bright Eyes. And man, I fell in love with that guy. He's got some wicked music out there, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's been with 4 bands since Bright Eyes?
Yeah. I mean, technically Bright Eyes was actually just him. Now he did have
Hey, Kevin 100, what's up, buddy?
a band that toured and played with him that backed him, but Bright Eyes
Yeah,
was really just him. He wrote and produced the majority of the music by himself.
yeah. That dude's pretty talented, though, man. If you like writers, he writes some weird stuff, man, and some of it's really meaningful.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely every album with him is different than the one before, the one after. It spans anything from emo to modern folk. A lot of his other side projects were definitely folksy.
What's
Um,
up, Micah? Lep, I'm gonna have to check that guy out, man. I don't know him. I know right now Terry is really into Lucas Nelson, Willie's boys, Willie's boy. Terry's really into Willie's boy right now, and so I'll have to look up that struggle guy to see what's up. Micah, how you doing up there, man? Micah's a guitar player from Iowa, y'all. He's pretty wicked when he wants to be, and he can make some hellacious bacon too. I'll tell you that. Haley, yeah, I know. Zachary turned me on to them. My God, 15 years ago, probably.
yeah, probably. Been about that.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, how's it
So,
going?
so yeah, it's that's all we're doing. I like a lot of stuff that I want to say most people's never heard of. Uh, Sean Phillips. How many of y'all ever listen to Sean Phillips?
Yeah,
You know, Tara's getting ready for work, Kevin. She's in the shower now, and she's fixing to go to work here. But yeah, if you ever heard of Sean Phillips, let me know. I'm going to say about 98% of you never heard of the dude. Oh, Big Al, that popper was unreal, man. That was unreal. And Uncle Steve Shake really worked on that bacon too. That I really like that popper.
Yeah, Haley, I did definitely introduce you to them as well. I try to spread the Bright Eyes love as much as possible. Definitely one of my top 5 favorite songwriters of all time is Conor Oberst.
Kevin 100, Sean Phillips, SHAWN Phillips. I started listening to him back in the 70s, and he's got an amazing voice, just an amazing voice.
All right, so let me ask your single best memory when it comes to music. It could be concert, album that you bought, just single best memory to music.
Lou Reed standing on the stage, pointing right at me and saying, "This one's for you, motherfucker." And he did Heroin. That was a pretty awesome night that night. That was a pretty awesome night. Hey, Abby D, what's up, girl?
All right.
I know it's 420 today and nobody came and visited me. What the hell's up with that? That was a good memory. I met Country Joe. Y'all know who Country Joe and the Fish was? I met Country Joe and I sat at a outdoor arena and talked to him for a half hour with these 2 other chicks and nobody else. Nobody knew who he was but us 3. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, 6-string. Justin Townes Earl has
Yeah,
been.
we listened to a lot of Justin Townes and we listened to a lot of Steve Earles, Townes Van Zandt. Yeah, I turned Zachary on to Townes years ago. And now Zachary's listened to everything by all of them. Justin Townes and that's something we was talking about the other day. Zachary turned me on to was Hank the Fourth.
Hank the Third.
Hank the Third. I like a lot of, hey KC, I like a lot of Hank the Third music. He's kind of out there, but I like a lot of his stuff. Kent, I only know one guitar player from Iowa, and I'd have to say that'd be Micah. So Zachary's got a little Martin over here. He tries to tune up every now and then,
It's
but
not a Martin, it's a Yamaha.
or a Yamaha. I mean,
If
yeah,
I actually had a Martin, I would take the time to actually play it.
yeah.
Um,
I've seen Clapton before, and I've seen Muddy before. I've seen Clapton at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. That's when he came out with the 461 Ocean Boulevard album. And he had Yvonne Elliman playing with him. I've seen Tom Petty. I've seen AC/DC. Aerosmith was the worst band I ever seen live in my life. I've never seen a band worse than Aerosmith.
I saw Aerosmith with Haley, who's here in the chat. And I have to beg to differ. I'm not saying they're the best concert I've ever seen, but now also this was 35 years later, and they'd stopped doing the cocaine and the alcohol. But they put on a great fucking show that night.
Gregor, yeah, that intro into Sweet Jane by Steve Hunter was just amazing. I thought that was an awesome album. Hell, I burnt that up on vinyl. I burned it up on 8-track. I burned it up on cassette. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Rock and Roll Animal was definitely his.
Yeah.
Outside of the Velvet Underground and Nico, the Banana album.
You can't forget Nico.
Outside of the Banana album, that was probably his best album. Was Rock and Roll Animals.
Kent, I don't know. He just lives in Iowa. Yeah, Micah, it's weird, man. He just died a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Now, when I seen Aerosmith, I went there. There was, I think, 4 of us that went. And the other 3 guys were like the biggest Aerosmith fans ever. And we all left and said that was the worst concert we'd ever seen. Yeah, they were just terrible that night. Just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them, I want to say 2010. So it's been about 8 years now. Cheap Trick opened for him, and no, it was a great show. I saw him at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater in Irvine, California, and yeah, like I said, obviously though that they're sober and not strung out on cocaine and heroin anymore. But no, I thought they played a great show.
Uncle Steve, man, your original Rock Those Peppers, man. That stuff was. Me and the old lady's loving this stuff, man. And I used I made porterhouses the other night on the grill, which I knew I shouldn't.
Burnt the shit out of them.
I screw steaks up every time I put them on the grill. But we used your spicier on those, and man, those was really good. Had awesome flavor. Gregor, I seen the band. See, it was Jesse Colin Young. I just told you the other day. Who was that?
The band Jesse Colin Young.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
And Joe Walsh and Barnstorm. I seen them at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. And I was doing LSD 25 that day. But the band was awesome. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, they did Ohio, and I left. I had to be at work at midnight that night, and I was still 3 hours late for work, still peaking, but it is what it is. But that was a great day out in the sun there in Oakland, California. And also, Zachary, that's back to that question you asked. My most memorable music experience, would be it.
What?
I'm one of the few people that got to see Ronnie Wood play guitar with Rod Stewart and the Rolling Stones. That would be my most memorable, I think. Not a lot of people can say that they seen Ron Wood play with both of those people or both of those bands. Emerson, Lake and Palmer did put on a hell of a show, Mark. They were awesome when I seen them. The best light show I ever saw, believe it or not, was by Manfred Mann. I seen them with Uriah Heep, and Manfred Mann's light show would just blow anybody away that night. That was just awesome. Yeah, I've been to a lot of concerts, man. Did a lot of drugs. Some concerts I remember, some I don't. I seen Rush. Do not remember a thing about it, but I've had people swear I was there. They was there with me, and I don't remember a thing about it. Yeah, Steve, I seen Skynyrd right before they died. Yeah, it was just a couple of months before they died. I seen Skynyrd, and that was an awesome. They played with the Outlaws that day, and the Outlaws was awesome back in the day. Yeah. Stevie Ray was good too. He was a good one.
Yeah, I'm not a Skinner fan, contrary to his thoughts and opinions. Not a Skinner fan. I like Neil Young way too much to like Skinner.
Yeah. Gotta like Neil Young.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, well, politics aside, I gotta like him. Little Wing was a good one, Micah. Yeah. Kenneth, Casey, no, I don't like Jelly. And I don't know who Jelly Roll is. No, I don't. I can't tell you that. Oh man, that's going way back, man. England Dad and John Ford Coley. Yeah, that's going way back. Oh, Uncle Steve, that's gonna stop me here. Man, to name five, you'll have to give me a day to think about this. Top five songs of all time. Right off the bat, I'm going to say, me and Zachary argue about this all the time, but I'm going to say Ziggy Stardust from David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust album.
No. We don't argue the quality of the song. My opinion is that it's the third best song on the album. The
No.
fourth best song. Moon Age Daydream, Starman,
we
Rock and Roll Suicide, then Ziggy Stardust,
we
then
had
Suffragette
this
City.
argument the other night, and I'm like, no, I'm partial to Ziggy.
Oh, it's a great song. It's an iconic song. It's an iconic song. But Starman and Moon Age Daydream were better.
Uncle Steve, Sean Phillips did a song. If you look at it on the album, it's on the second contribution album, and it's just like a string of like 26 letters. It's SWFTT2 feet. It just got a bunch of letters in there. That would definitely be one of them. Yeah, because I love Sean Phillips. I would have to say probably something in there by Dave Mason. And then I'd have a Waylon song in there. And then, of course, my all-time favorite of all time, Rolling Stones song, Beast of Burden. And that's just quick. I know I can change this because I'm leaving out Dylan. And Dylan's long version of A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, that's one of the best songs ever written, I think. So yeah, it would be hard pressed for me to find five top songs of all time. No, I wouldn't put any Zeppelin song on there. I wouldn't put any Who song on there. I wouldn't put any Jimi Hendrix song on there. I'm just too different in my way. Yeah, I gotta love that Simon and Garfunkel back in the day, man. That was a great song.
Yeah, I never.
Carole King has some good music too.
I never got into Simon and Garfunkel.
And then see, now we're forgetting my all-time favorite. One of my all-time favorite musicians of all time is Graham Parsons. How can you not say something about Graham Parsons? If it hadn't been for him, we wouldn't have had the Eagles. We wouldn't have had, my God, we wouldn't have had a lot of stuff. Arlo was awesome, Gregor. Yeah, Arlo was awesome, man.
I listen to Alice's Restaurant every year on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I beg to differ on Disturbed doing anything great at all. I fucking hate that band. I'm not gonna lie.
What's Disturbed, Johnny?
Keith.
Yeah, Tara says I am. Jim Croce was all right, but I couldn't put him in the top 5 of anything, though. No, I couldn't do that.
Hey, Booger.
My booger.
Hey, Booger.
Tara says, hey, booger. Booger did a live feed today, man. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun on Booger's live feed today. She did a little giveaway and included me and Tango Joe in it, and we had fun, man. That was a nice. Got to see sunshine. A week from now, we should be seeing sunshine in person, but because of this damn illness running around, we can't do that. But yeah, it was good to see her. That girl's grown so big, Booger. My God.
Cheers.
And Booger, you can tell Minnie Boog for me, that's the first and only little kid I ever seen in my life that I liked. Because you ask Zachary, I hate kids. Hell, I don't even talk to him half the time.
I wish he
Boog,
wouldn't.
I didn't get the thingies.
No, she knows that.
She just said you didn't get the thingies.
Yeah, Booger, that was fun, man. That was fun. If y'all don't know who Booger is, go check her out. Click on them little 3 dots next to her channel there, and so yeah, there's a lot of people in here. Yeah, they got 3 dots next to their name. If they got a channel, you know, click on it and go check their channel out.
Hey, Uncle Steve Shakes in here.
He'd been on there for a while.
Well, I just got on here.
Oh.
I like his spices, his rubs.
Well, tell him.
Well, I'm not over there.
Huh?
No, I don't do that.
My Booger, the question I asked you on Facebook earlier in the instant message, I never heard who the hell this guy was you was talking about. Zachary knew who he was. Zachary knew the song. I don't know who the hell he is.
Again, this goes back to you not knowing who the fuck anybody
But
is.
my Booger, I'm going to tell you right now. I've told Terry this for over a month now. I think it's Vanilla Ice. Edgar Winter. I never seen Edgar. No, I was going to go see Edgar one night, and instead, me and my cousin, she was a lady, a chick. How you call it? A polite word for a slut. But me and her we went and seen Jerry Lee Lewis instead of Edgar Winter. And then my cousin went back to the motel room with Jerry Lee's band. And I didn't see her till the next day sometime.
That's okay.
But yeah, that was a good night though. Yeah, I've seen Jerry Lee. I've seen Jerry Lee a couple of times.
I saw Jerry Lee with you.
Yeah, Booger, I'm still going to go with Vanilla Ice there. Just because I don't know who the hell you're talking about. No, Booger, it's Vanilla Ice. Yeah, Michael, she was social. Yeah.
Slut is perfectly right.
We seen Brian Adams with was it Tom Petty turn? No, we seen Tom Petty and Dylan. We seen Brian Adams with somebody. Yeah, I was a big Brian Adams fan back in the day. Yeah, I really like Brian Adams. And don't even get me started on that YouTube, or I'll have Zachary knock you out of the chat. I can't stand YouTube. No. We ain't doing no YouTube here. And no Phil Collins either. He's another one that sucks.
Only thing wrong
That's
with
only in your opinion.
My opinion is all that matters because that's what I'm the one that's talking.
the only thing wrong with U2 is Bono's a cunt.
Gregor, the Kinks, they've been awesome since what, 63? 62? Yeah. Yeah, they were a hell of a band, man.
Cuts Like a Knife. That was a great song.
Yeah, it was, Uncle Steve. Hey, you know, really, Brian Adams had a lot of really good songs. A lot of good songs. Uh, yeah, Summer of '69, Terry says. Another one I always liked was Dave Mason. I love Dave Mason. I was a huge fan of Dave Mason. And yeah, I'm not into a lot of metal or this headbanging music. I don't like a lot of that. Yeah, Mark, they for years they were a very underrated band, especially for what they did. You know, ZZ Top, I was really never a big fan of theirs. I never was. I can listen to their music somewhat,
ZZ Top is great.
but I'm just really not a big fan. Stevie Winwood was great. I especially liked him in Traffic. He was really good in Traffic. His solo stuff after all that,
it got a little weird.
when they did, what was it Traffic? It did John Barleycorn.
I don't know.
Yeah, John Barleycorn. That was some awesome music then. Is that Daryl Hannah? If that's who you're talking about, Gregor, I've seen some videos from there. Yeah, we talked about this last week. Zachary asked me about my favorite, or somebody asked me my favorite ZZ Top song, and that was the album too. Was
LaGrange.
LaGrange. Yeah, I like that album. Yeah, Gregor, that was some good music back then, man. Oh, Jay Gall's rock, man. They were a rocking band, for sure. I know when they played around here back in the day, whenever they played, they always had fights everywhere. Yeah, they always had fights at Jay Gall's concerts. Their Bloodshot album was one of the best albums ever, I think. Yeah, Gregor, Hall and Oates. Yeah, that's I've seen that live from Daryl's house several times. Yeah.
Yeah, I love me some Hall and Oates.
And people, like, a lot of times they'll ask me, they sound like I'm yelling.
That's because you are.
And it's not because I'm yelling. It's because I can't hear. And the reason I can't hear is because I pretty much lost my hearing at a Black Oak JoJo Gunn concert back in the day. And back then, JoJo Gunn was the loudest band in the world. And they had some volume. And I was standing right up there next to the speakers there by the stage, and I know when I left that concert that night, I couldn't hear a sound for 3 days. Could not hear one sound for 3 days. And so to this day, I still have problem hearing. But yeah, that was Black Oak and JoJo Gunn. And Dan Fogelberg, yeah. Oh yeah, Terry, tell me about it. What are you doing in here? You should be at work. But yeah, yeah, music is what makes the world go round, man. You gotta have music. I don't want no damn Janet Jackson and junk like that, but I want real music.
What was the first concert you ever went to?
First one I remembered?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then you don't fucking remember it now, do you?
No. I remember real early, the band from Canada, guy wore the Coke bottle glasses, Brownsville Station. Brownsville Station was going to play in town. And I didn't have the money for a ticket. And
We've already argued about David Bowie, and that argument's probably going to happen again.
yeah, and I didn't have the money for the ticket, and so I asked these roadies if they could let me in the back door, and they said no, we can't do that. And I said, well, can we just sit up here in your trailer and get high then? Because I had a pocket full of dope. So instead of moving all their equipment into the arena, me and the roadies was sitting up in the truck getting loaded. And then I guess the head dude come out and was like, what the hell's going on, man? You guys should be working. I said, man, this dude's got some heavy pot. And long story short, they moved all the equipment in, and then they let me set up on stage on one of their stacks for the concert. So that's how I saw Brownsville Station. Yeah, Mark, I seen Black Oak 5 or 6 times. They were an awesome live band. They were really great live, man. I seen them as much as I could. And if y'all know Tango Joe, I think Tango Joe is about as big a fan of Black Oak as I am. He's a real big fan of Black Oak. Yeah. Yeah, Elvin Bishop, he ain't good looking, but he sure can play. I tell you, Gregor. Yeah, Mark, Brownsville Station was cool, man. I got to set up on stage here on that stack with them guys, and yeah, got high with all the roadies, and yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. And hell, I was probably sophomore in high school when that happened.
Bay City Rollers.
I got your Bay City Rollers. Oh my God. No, I've seen too many good concerts in my day. Seen a lot of bands. I've seen Clapton. I've seen Tull. No, Jeffy, I don't need Rush in my life.
Oh, is that Jeff?
Yeah, that's Jeffy. Say
Oh.
hi to Jeffy, everybody.
What's up, Jeff? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I know. He fucking hates Rush. I know you were a big Neil Peart fan, and when I heard he died, you were the first person I thought of. I like me some Rush, and I wish I could have saw them before that happened. Charlie Daniels Band? I'm assuming that's what CDB?
No. I saw Charlie Daniels, I think, but it wasn't with the band. I saw a concert down in Clarksville, Tennessee once. It was
Did you take the last train there?
no, it was Willie Nelson and Friends. And I know Willie was there. Billy Joe Shaver was there. A lot of old country people. Jack Green, Jeannie Seeley, Hank Lachlan. The Flying Burrito Brothers was there that night.
Oh, shit.
But I think Charlie Daniels was there, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But if he wasn't there, then no, I never seen Charlie. Oh, Jeffy, you know it. That's all I do around here is dishes. My God, man. But no, my Rush album broke, so I don't play it anymore. Kevin, my favorite Scannerd song is shit, the bluesy one.
The Ballad of Curtis Lowe.
The Ballad of Curtis Lowe. The Ballad of Curtis Lowe. That to me is my favorite Scannerd tune.
That's about the only one they did that was worth a fuck either.
Yeah, that was a great tune.
All right. I feel like I'm not drunk enough for this, so I'm switching to whiskey.
Well, you got a shot left.
I got half a bottle, a third of a bottle.
Yeah, Kevin, y'all tell Jeffy, hey, Tubeless there. Jeff's a good friend of ours, man. He lives about 20 minutes from here. And I know with all my past Labor Day deals, I couldn't have done it without Jeffy. I don't even know what Dream Theater is, Jeffy.
Dream Theater?
Never heard of it.
Jeff, why are you trying to troll right now? All right, everybody. I got my bourbon now. I know it's usually what I've been drinking the last couple weeks, so
Yeah.
cheers.
I'll tell you one band I seen live that y'all wouldn't think it, but I seen and they played a damn good show too. That was Three Dog Night. They played a really good show that night. Yeah. So I've seen 10 years after. I've seen a lot of bands, man. A lot of bands.
Yeah, Mark, that's pretty much all I do now is every week when I get paid, I go buy me a different bottle of bourbon, something I haven't had in a while, and that's pretty much just what I spend my money on is a bottle of bourbon a week and then maybe a couple cases of beer, 6 packs of beer. Jeff, don't fucking start. Don't you start. All right, this is not the troll hour. I mean, troll him. I don't care. You can troll him all you want, but don't fucking troll me.
Jeffy, believe it or not, I don't think he's been to McDonald's since he's been here.
I haven't been to McDonald's in quite some time.
He did go to White Castle the other day and bring me back a hamburger, though. I appreciate
Fucking
it.
A, right? I went to White Castle.
Yeah, but no, I don't think he's been to McDonald's since he's been here. Alvin Lee, my top 2 guitar players, Gregor, Alvin Lee and Rory Gallagher.
You know, Steely Dan wasn't bad if you like to wear Cosby sweaters and smoke a pipe. You know,
And
they're just old man rock.
Gregor, until the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame puts Rory Gallagher in there, I don't have nothing to do with it. I'm boycotting the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, have for years. I mean, anytime you can put Big D and Little Ice, whatever them rap guys are, and not have Rory Gallagher in there, that's just wrong. So, Rory Gallagher and Alvin Lee, in my opinion, are 2 best guitar players ever. Ever. That leaves out Jimi Hendrix, and that leaves out that idiot Eddie Van Halen, and that leaves out Jimmy Page. Yeah. To me, it would be Alvin Lee and Rory Gallagher. Those were the 2 best ever.
Adios, everybody.
Bye, Terry. Terry's going to work. Everybody tell her to get lost. Or get bent. I don't care.
Yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has really just became a circle jerk for itself. Very much like the Grammys have been for the last 30, 40 years. It's them just circle jerking each other.
Kevin, Chet Atkins was like the god for guitar players, but it's not the stuff that I listen to. But I know a few years ago, Mark Knopfler, and he was a hell of a guitar player, and him and Chet did an album together. And I can't take nothing away from Chet. It's just a different type of music. But yeah, I'd rather listen to Alvin Lee or Rory Gallagher, though. Gregor, anything from 10 years after. I like
I mean, anything off of
Rock and Roll Music to the World. I love that song by them.
anything off of
Yeah.
Cricklewood Green would be.
Yeah, Kirkwood Green was awesome. That was an
That was
awesome
such a
album.
great fucking album. And okay, you're talking about guitar players here. Can we just address the elephant in the room? Robin Trower's Bridge of Sighs is one of the greatest guitar rock albums ever fucking made.
I turned you on to that years ago.
I'm not saying you
Yeah.
didn't, but Robin Trower's Bridge of Sighs, I don't give a shit about anything else Robin Trower did, but the Bridge of Sighs album was one of the greatest guitar blues rock albums ever made. Ever.
Yeah, Micah, Steve Miller, a little known fact for people out there.
He's a big cunt.
He how do I what is the Les Paul
This is Godfather.
is his godfather, and I think he was the best man at Steve Miller's parents' wedding. I think, but yeah,
Eric Johnson's great. I never got into a lot of his music. I definitely I appreciate his talent. Just not somebody I've gotten into though, Jeff.
Booger, Dire Straits had a couple of songs I could listen to, but it wouldn't be one of my go-to albums or groups to listen to. Yeah, Michael, Les Paul's godson. Yeah, I think that's what Zachary said.
Les Paul's his godfather. Yeah.
I've listened to Joe Monamosa, but I don't know. I've listened to him. That's about it. He's not something I'm going to play every day or anything like that, or for every year for that matter.
I don't think I know who that is.
Oh yeah, he's been playing for years. Yeah,
I'm not saying he hasn't.
Yeah.
Jeff, I have a guitar. I wouldn't say that I play it. Like, I'm not a guitar player. I know how to get drunk and pick some blues chords, and I know my cowboy chords, but I'm not a guitar player. No. The only thing he can play is the skin flute.
Yeah. You know me, Jeffy. I play the skin flute. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, Buckethead's great. Buckethead's fucking great if you're into that.
First record I ever owned. Jesus Christ, man. You have any idea how old I am? The first one that I remember owning from when I was a kid was it Bobby Darin that did Mac the Knife?
Yeah, Bobby Darin.
Mac the Knife. Bobby Darin. Yeah, I loved Bobby Darin back in the day. Yeah.
I don't remember the first album I ever remember owning, but I know the first album I ever bought with my own money it's one of two, and I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of two. It is either Are You Experienced by the Jimi Hendrix Experience or Morrison Hotel by the Doors.
Mark, don't get me started on T-Rex. We'll be here all night long, man. I was a big Mark Bolan fan. Jesus, Zachary's listened to me over the years, man, so much that
I had Slider on
he
vinyl.
knows. Yeah. Yeah, Mike, I'm pretty much that old. Yeah. I know Zachary used to tell me when he was a kid, he'd say, when you go to your high school reunion, tell Jesus I said hi.
Well, that was mostly an age plus a hair comment because you've got disgusting hair.
Yeah, but yeah, I love T-Rex, man. My God, I love T-Rex. I was into a lot of that glitter rock, man. I was into a lot of that stuff. Easy, Jeffy. Come on. You got to be nicer than that now. Come on. Thin Lizzy was okay. Some of their stuff I like, and some of it I can do without. But,
You watch your
yeah.
mouth. Thin Lizzy was better than okay. Phil Namott was one of the greatest frontmen of all time. They were fucking amazing. That was one that died way too soon to a needle. But fuck, they were good, man. They were so good.
All right, my booger. You have a good one, young lady.
Later, bug.
Tell Mooney Booger it was good to see her and Sunshine today. And, yeah. Glad you dropped in to see us for a while. And, tell Tom we said hey, and y'all have a good one, man. I'm going to go outside to the little girl's room and smoke a cigarette. Zachary's going to sit here and talk to you while I'm gone. Oh. So just stay there and talk.
All right. Well, since he's going outside and has been rambling for the last 45 minutes, does anybody have any questions for me regarding music, or should I just tell you what I think about everything? Yeah, I definitely, I've listened to some Turnpike Troubadours. I like a lot of that stuff, like Turnpike Troubadours. There's a lot of that stuff that used to come up on my Todd Snyder Pandora station, like them, Devil Makes Three, Old Crow Medicine Show, Hayes Carl, stuff like that. I definitely got into a lot of that. I just got into, within the last year, I really got into Tyler Childers and some, I've been getting into a lot of the, outlaw country folk type stuff. Randy Rogers, Blackberry Smoke. I don't know them. I've heard Whiskey Myers. I don't know a lot of his stuff. But I definitely heard him or heard them. But yeah, I definitely like a lot of that new underground country. Do I manscape? I mean, are you trying to plug the Manscaper 3.0? Like every podcast out right now does? Because I kind of want to buy one just to see what the hype's all about. Pure Prairie League, I definitely know because of him. I'm not somebody that I, listen to extensively. Yeah, Culture Wall, he's got a couple songs that I fucking love, like The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie and Sleeping in the Street or something like that. That album has some great fucking songs on it. But after a while, he's one of those artists that like after a few songs, he starts to kind of just blend together, and I don't get any distinction from his songs after that. But no, he definitely has a couple that I really like. Tyler Childers is my favorite songwriter currently. I've been listening to him nonstop for 6 months now. Oh, Captain Hook. Yeah, Captain Hook was great. Yeah, Sleeping on the Blacktop. Thank you. Sleeping on the Blacktop. But yeah, no, Sleeping on the Blacktop and The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie. Actually, I got up the other day and I wanted to hear that song, so I poured me a glass of whiskey and I put that song on my computer with my speakers and oh really? Well, I'll definitely have to check your channel out then. There's a guy that does a channel that I like. As far as like guitar tutorials and stuff, it's Marty Music is his name. He's got just everything from the blues to Led Zeppelin to the Goo Goo Dolls. I mean, he just but it's a great channel for music tutorials. All right, welcome back.
I had to go get me some beers.
Do you have 3 fucking beers?
I got 2.5. Well, 2 1/3.
I didn't know you could do fractions.
Micah, you still in here? Yeah. Okay, Micah. Do you know anything about Joe Ely, a Texas rocker? You ever heard of him? Joe Ely, E-L-Y.
I'm gonna go smoke now, everybody.
Yeah, so let me know, Micah, do you know anything? You don't know anything about him. All right, look up Joe Ely, J-O-E, Joe Ely, E-L-Y. He's a Texas rocker. I've been listening to him since '82. But he's got a song called Hard Living. I'd like to see you learn that song and do that song. Yeah, that's a great song, man. Hard Living. And yeah. So, anyways, yeah, check out Joe Ely, man, and everybody else in here. If you never heard of Joe Ely, go check him out. I've been listening to him, like I say, since '82, and he's got some awesome music. Yeah, I just love it. I like Texas music, man. I like a lot of Texas music, and those boys know they know how to rock down there, man. Gregor, I don't know none of that. Mark, are you talking about that Sirius Radio Outlaw Country? Yeah, they play a lot of Joe Ely on there. Yeah. Yeah. That's I like that station. That Sirius Outlaw Country. They play some good stuff on there. And then they have and you can hear stuff like Ray Wiley Hubbard. I like him. I love a lot of Ray Wiley Hubbard, man. Yeah, I like that old Tex-Mex music stuff, and yeah, I like that stuff. Yeah, Mark, that Outlaw Country, that's a great station, man. That really is, man. I know we'd get in the car and the old lady will say, "Man, what the hell, man?" Hey, Micah, you have a good one, dude, and stay safe. And you got a little one coming soon, so I'm gonna say, hell yeah, cheers. So you go learn Joe Ely's Hard Living and play that for me. Yeah, Gregor, Jeff Healey wasn't bad for a blind man, was he? Especially in that damn movie with Patrick Swayze. What was that, Roadhouse? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not much of a movie person, but yeah, I like that one. No, I don't know, Kevin. I don't know Michael Johnson. No. I know Michael Murphy, but I don't know any Michael Johnson. No.
Yeah, I was outside smoking, so there is a slight delay on my phone. But yeah, Jeff Healey in Roadhouse was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And pain don't hurt. Yeah, Mark, James McMurtry's great. I like him for a lot of the reasons that he would hate him, and that's because he is. I like left-leaning liberal folk music. It's a fresh take on a classic genre from the South, and James McMurtry is definitely very socialistic in his folk music, very much like Steve Earle was, and I appreciate it.
Colin, I don't. I would have to say I'd like Warren Zevon more than I do Warren Haynes. Sorry, I just GB, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Green Bastard?
GB playing hell with those unboxing videos. He's giving it to hell, man. I mean, he's giving it hell. Yeah, Dwight Yoakam rocked, man. To me, I never understood why he never got more famous than he did. He played the hell out of that Bakersfield music. And that song of his, She Wore Red Dresses. My God, that should have won every award in the world for that song. And
I'm more partial to
Yeah.
To Guitars and Cadillacs and was it Turn It On, Turn It Up, and Turn Me Loose. But yeah, no, Dwight Yoakam was fantastic. Every now and then I get a little whiskey in me, and I got to hear some of that honky tonk.
yeah, Colin, Warren Zevon's last album was just amazing.
Everything he did was
That
fucking amazing, but
that
his last album, oh
that
my god.
what do you call it? Conglomeration of musicians he got in there? That was just awesome.
Yeah, his last album. The thing with his last album is that, you know, he knew he was gonna die, and he knew that
Yeah,
was
he
his
knew
last
it.
album,
Yeah.
and you could tell every single song that he wrote on that album was an homage to either his life or his death. And going back and listening to that album, it's fucking haunting, and it's beautiful. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing.
I think it's the best album he ever did.
Oh, it
I really
stylistically,
do.
poetically, yeah, no, it was the best thing he did. Yeah, Warren Zevon's last album was fantastic. Lefty Frizzell, was he from Bakersfield?
Mark, you're going old school country now, and I can go there with you because that's pretty much what I was raised on, old school country. And I like a lot of that old school stuff, man, a lot of it. And yeah, so, and then I don't know, I know everybody's taste in music's different, but it's like, and that's another thing. If you talk about groups and albums, I'm the kind of guy that a new group comes out and they release an album, then they release a second album. By the time they release their third album, it's not near as good as their first two. 9 times out of 10. Take, for instance, Queen. When Queen's first album came out, that was just amazing to me. Their second album was even better. But after that, everything just seemed to slide by the wayside to me. It just wasn't the same. Their first 2 albums was great, though. I don't know. To me, there's very few bands that can come out, release an album 2, 3, 5, 19, and keep it going.
Well,
for my interest.
Well, here's the
And
thing.
so,
Here's the thing, though, that you got to realize: a lot of bands, and I'm painting broad strokes here, but a lot of bands, when their first album comes out, they're young, right?
Yeah, and they're fresh.
No, not just that, but they're young. By the time you get to your 5th, 6th album, you're 7, 8 years in. There's a lot of difference between 22 and 30. You grow up, your mentality changes, you progress as far as musicianship goes, you become more talented, you experiment. Also, your first album, you spent how long writing those songs for that first album, right?
Yes, GB, you should do more. Hell yeah. If not for nobody else, do it for me. I'll love them. Go ahead.
Just trying to get that first album out, right? Nobody writes an album and instantly gets picked up.
You've spent years writing your first album, writing your first 2 or 3 albums because you have a catalog of music that you're playing. After that, you're now producing music quicker. And that on top of the fact that people grow up and change and mature and become better musicians, your first album is not going to be like your 5th album. And if it is, you either suck as a band or you're AC/DC and just stick to your wheelhouse and fucking do it perfectly.
See, there are very few bands that I've listened to that
Mark, fuck the Beatles. I'm the biggest
when
Zeppelin fan you'll ever meet, but fuck the Beatles.
when a band releases their first album, to me, there's very few that can keep releasing albums and keep it appealing to me. Skinner did for a while. I was just thinking of somebody.
Well, that also goes into what I was just...
T-Rex did it. Because I could listen to anything T-Rex go. Thank you, GB. I'm loving them, dude. I ain't kidding. Hell, if you just make them private for me, that's good too. I mean, I'm loving it.
Well,
There's a lot of bands. I get tired of their stuff. Like Billy Joel, when he released his first album and had Piano Man on it,
that was the album.
and I thought, man, this guy's going to go everywhere.
And he did.
But after that first album, I didn't care for him. You know, I just didn't. I didn't care for him. Queen's first 2 albums was awesome. Kiss is another one. Kiss's first 2 or 3 albums, maybe.
Kiss can
And
suck
then after
my
that,
ass.
I didn't care for that.
I never cared for Kiss at all. I am not a Kiss fan.
Now, Black Sabbath, I liked them up until, oh my God, they did the last good album I think they did, and the critics hated it, and that was Sabbath Bloody Sunday. And I
Sabbath
love
Bloody
that
Sabbath.
album. Huh?
Sabbath Bloody Sabbath?
Or yeah, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Yeah, I love that album. Critics hated it, but yeah, I'm just you know, it's with me. Yeah, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Well, hell, all their music stayed the same, so it didn't matter what if it was album 2 or album 14. That was what you got with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. So yeah, it was always good with them. And then that's like, who was the Riverboat pilot that played the fiddle?
Mark Twain?
No, but it was somebody help me out here. Who was the Riverboat pilot that played the fiddle?
You're gonna have to give me more to go on here.
Shit, I don't know. I can't think of his name now. He's dead now. But he was one that I could listen to for years. Oh, I can't think of his name now. Little short guy, always wore like the bowler hat. I don't know. I can't think of his name now.
Mark, by the time Dio got with Sabbath, I think their music had changed enough where I wasn't a fan. No, Dio was good. I'm partial to Richie Blackmore though.
Yeah, I'm with Zachary. I like Blackmore, but with Dio, the thing about I like with Dio, it never mattered what band he played with. It was he had such amazing voice.
Was Dio with Deep Purple or was that Blackmore?
Yeah, no, they both did.
Were they both with the Deep Purple? Okay.
Yeah, but Dio had such an amazing voice.
Machine Head and Space Trucking.
I didn't care who he wasn't playing with them.
No, but Machine Head and Space Trucking are 2 of the best metal albums ever made. Fight me.
Yeah, Dio has such an amazing voice. I just love. I didn't care who he played with.
Yeah, no, GB, you're right. You're right. Then that's one of those bands, like I said, was like Sabbath, or not Sabbath, AC/DC. Start to finish, their music sounded the same, and you always knew what you were getting, but because they were so good at it, they stuck to their wheelhouse. Motorhead, Lemmy.
John Hartford. There you go, Hilltown. Right, John Hartford.
Okay.
Yeah. I can listen to any of his stuff.
But no, Motorhead. I mean, they were a 3-chord metal band, and the whole appeal with Motorhead was Lemmy. Lemmy is God, and fuck, they were good.
Yeah, John Hartford. If you never listen to John Hartford, y'all, check him out, man. I mean, he ain't playing no heavy metal, but he's a hell of a musician. Yeah, he was something, man. My God, he was good. Yeah, Colin, we talked about Croce earlier. He has some decent tunes. He's just not one of my all-time favorites.
Jim Croce is somebody that I'm never going to actively look out to listen to except for maybe 1 or 2 songs. But I'm also never going to turn Jim Croce off if he comes on.
Yeah, unlike me with U2.
U2 the band, or are you saying me also?
No,
like
U2.
You turn me off.
No, the band.
Okay.
If you don't know this, if the band U2 comes on the radio, you can ask Zachary. That radio gets turned off instantly.
And I turn it back on just to fuck with them.
I've done that for years. I cannot stand U2. Phil Collins is the same way. I just cannot stand either of those, and I turn them off. No,
All right, I have an issue. I have a bottle of whiskey, but no glass. Where'd my glass go?
I don't know. Probably left it outside.
That's actually a possibility here. Nope, it's in here.
Yeah, I was never a big Molly Hatchet fan, Jason. It seemed to me like they were like a one-hit wonder to me.
They kind of were in a lot of ways.
And I wasn't a big fan of them. Another band that I never really cared for at all was Kansas. I didn't like Kansas at all.
Well, liberal Bono is just Bono.
Bono's just an asshole.
He's not an asshole. He's a cunt. There's 2 different things.
So I don't like anything about U2. I don't like anything about Bono, especially the sunglasses. I don't like nothing about none of it.
Yeah, but The Edge is a phenomenal fucking guitar player.
I don't know about that, but no, I can't do anything U2. No, I can't do it.
All right. Well, everybody, this is the last of my whiskey, so cheers. Now I'm going to go switch back to beer, I guess.
Well, there you go. Yeah, Gregor, that's Molly Hatchet. That was what I said. That was pretty much, there was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it with them. Oh, sorry, Haley. I can't do Kansas. I never did like that band. I never saw what people thought about them. Bon Jovi, I'm not real big into Bon Jovi. A couple of songs I kind of like, but that's it.
I love Bon Jovi. I look, I'm not even gonna. It's a guilty pleasure that I'm not even fucking guilty about. I fucking love Bon Jovi. He's never. Bon Jovi as a band has never done a bad song, and one of my favorite songs of all time is "Hallelujah" by Leonard Cohen. And everybody wants to talk about how great Jeff Buckley's version was, which admittedly Jeff Buckley does a phenomenal version. But to me, my favorite version
Cheers, GB.
Is my favorite version of Hallelujah is John Bon Jovi acoustic by himself. It's on YouTube. I don't know why he did it. It's like a live studio session kind of thing. But John Bon Jovi doing Hallelujah is my favorite fucking version of that song, and it is ungodly good. Ungodly good.
Yeah, we seen Colin. We seen Tom Petty with Bob Dylan, and that was a hell of a concert. That was a hell of a concert. And we lost a good one when Tom Petty died.
Yeah, that broke my fucking heart.
Yeah, we lost a good one when he died.
First song I ever remember learning all the words to was Mary Jane's Last Dance by Tom Petty.
Yeah.
You know.
Zachary was like 5 years old then, and he was singing that song.
Yeah, I was probably 5, 6 years old,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that was the first song I knew all the words to,
yeah.
and that was it. Fucking Tom Petty is one of the greatest of all time.
And that's another thing. He was a speech teacher.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I can't hear half of what anybody says. And I a lot of songs, and I listen to music, and I don't understand what they're saying. I don't know what the lyrics are. But for some reason, I never really had a problem with Ozzy's. And when Ozzy had their reality show on, what, Life with the Osbournes, Let's
The
Meet the
Osbournes,
Osbournes, whatever. We'd watch that, and Terry and Zachary'd be sitting there, and I'm like, what do you say? Like, fuck, you can't understand what he said, and I'd have to recite to him what Ozzy just said. I could understand every word Ozzy said. I don't know why I'm the only one in America that can understand him.
Drugs.
But
that's why.
yeah, drugs. But I understood Ozzy, and it was so funny. We'd be sitting there at night watching that show, and I'd have to tell him what Ozzy was talking about, and I'm like, hell, man.
Yeah, Colin. Obviously Leonard Cohen's version is. I mean, he wrote it, right? And the lyrics behind the song, the meaning behind that song. I'm not a religious person, and that whole song is based around biblical verses, but compiled as a whole, that song is, in a word, perfect. But John Bon Jovi, and it's not Bon Jovi that does the version, it's just John Bon Jovi. It's not the band. Go listen to it, and fuck, is it good, man? Is it good?
Kevin, who were you talking about pissing on the piano at the Alamo?
He doesn't say piano. It just says he pissed on the Alamo. That was Ozzy.
Oh, who?
Ozzy pissed on the Alamo.
Oh,
He got banned from
Ozzy.
the state of Texas for
Ozzy.
like
Yeah,
20 fucking
okay.
years.
I misread the comment. Yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah. That's like Willie going to the White House and smoking herb on the roof. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, music a thing, man. I mean, you get your memories, and you get your all right, Colin, thanks for stopping by, man.
I don't know. He said he's just checking out that song tonight. He's not leaving.
Oh, okay. I misread that. See, I misread a lot of shit. I'm old, man.
Just stop trying to read. I'll fucking let you know if anything is said that you need to know.
Yeah, music's it's an individual taste, and I'm not a big Katie Lang fan. Sorry, GB. I'm just not a big Katie Lang fan.
Never got into a lot of Katie Lang, but
I tried to be for a while, but because she was playing with the weird looking guy, and I really liked him. What the hell? I can't think of his name now. He was a weird guy, a weird looking guy. He's got a strange name, and but I liked a lot of his stuff. And she tried playing with him. Shit, what was his name?
I have no idea. But I never listened to a lot of Katie Lang.
Yeah.
Big Johnny Lang fan, though, until he turned like 22 and then started singing gospel.
Yeah.
Johnny Lang was fucking great. I know they're not related. It just, a thought in my mind. But Johnny Lang's first fucking album was, for a 16-year-old white kid, that motherfucker could play the blues.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Johnny Lang.
I'm still trying to think who this guy was. I'm trying to think of. He got a weird ass name.
The Ballad of Ira Hayes, man, that song fucks me up every time I hear it. Just a Pima Indian, man, and I had a really good friend of mine that was Pima, and yeah, no, that the Ballad of Ira Hayes, that and the Talking Thunderbird Blues are my Waiting Around to Die is my favorite song by Towns, but the Ballad of Ira Hayes and the Talkin' Thunderbird Blues are probably his two best songs.
Colin, I'll have to say, Towns was one of the best out there ever. Towns was awesome. Yeah. And then while we're talking about Towns, we
Hey,
might.
Mark, have a good night, buddy. Take care. He said he's fading fast. Thanks for the chat.
All right, Mark, you have a good one, dude. Yeah, Towns, and then if we're gonna talk about Towns, we're gonna have to talk about Guy Clark, and rest in peace, Guy. Guy Clark was another awesome musician.
Yeah, Colin. I mean, Towns
Towns was brilliant.
was is one of my go-tos when I'm drunk off my fucking gourd or on a numerous other drugs. I tend to go to Towns quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been listening to Towns for years. Yeah,
Yeah, Towns is kind of my cocaine and whiskey go-to.
yeah. Kevin, I don't know what a ranger is. I'm not a musician, so I don't know all that stuff. I just know what I hear, and
Which isn't much anymore.
yeah, this is true. But yeah, I just go by with what I listen to, and I don't try to get so scientifical into it. I was never a Carpenters fan.
Oh, Kevin, I'm throwing stones.
Never was. I never. I'm sorry. I never was. I don't know. I just never was. That's just me. I know she had a voice, but then I also know she threw it all away with her eating disorder, and I've never understood any of that.
Well, hey, so
With
did
what-
fucking Mama Cash.
with
She had
what-
an eating
with
disorder
what-
too.
It was just the opposite, though.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I never understood the politics of all that.
Karen
I
Carpenter's
don't
eating
know.
disorder was she fucking would eat and throw up because she made herself throw up, and Mama Cass would eat and throw up because she ate a pound of fucking food and would throw her
Yeah.
fat ass up.
Yeah,
But Mama Cass was better. I love me some Mama Cass.
yeah.
Rainy days and Mondays, everybody. Happy Monday.
So, and it is actually raining outside right now.
No, it's not.
But it was when I went out.
You got pissed on by a bird. That's beautiful.
No, it
outside.
was raining when I went out.
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. All right, GB. Put a log on the fire for me, dude. I'll be looking for the next unboxing video. I love them, man. I love them. Lyle Lovett. Yes, Colin. That's who I was thinking of. Yes. Lyle Lovett. He's different, man. He's got some weird ass music. He's got some awesome music. And I never understood why he never got more popular than he did. Lyle Lovett, yeah, he's got some awesome shit going on, man.
Rose, CCR is the greatest blues band ever comprised of 5 white boys from San Francisco, California.
They weren't a blues band.
Oh, tell me Chuglin on Down to New Orleans isn't a fucking blues song. Tell
No.
me Born on the Bayou isn't
No.
a fucking blues song.
No. When John Fogerty wrote Proud Mary,
And Born on the Bayou, he
With-
had never been west or east of the Rocky Mountains.
he had never been east of Phoenix.
The Rocky Mountains, either one. But still,
Yeah, but no, that's not a blues song. If you want to hear blues, listen to Son House.
I said the best blues band comprised of 5 white boys from San
I
Francisco.
know, but yeah, I'm not.
Eat my
no,
ass,
no,
motherfucker.
uh,
Chuglin on Down to New Orleans.
Creedence was a rock and roll band.
They were blues rock.
I never got no blues out of their music.
Well, you don't have.
No, I never got no
mm.
blues. Their blues and mine are different. Yeah. Yeah, Carrot Top was weird, man. He was a weird guy,
The comedian?
I guess. I'm still going back to Colin and they're figuring out I've met Lyle Lovett. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, how did you?
Anytime you can figure out my goddamn mind, you're doing good, dude.
Yeah, Colin, how the hell did you pull that? Did you
Yeah.
just Google fucking Katie Lang?
Yeah,
and,
he googled Katie Lang and whoever, and it came up Lyle Lovett.
I mean, you're probably not wrong in doing that. I could have done that, but fuck him.
Yeah. Lyle Lovett has some great music out there, and he's a damn good musician too.
Kevin, I don't know who Paul Davis is.
Paul Davis is old school, back in the 70s and the 60s, and yeah, he was he's all right. I'm not going to go across the town to see him or nothing like that, but
You won't go across the town to see your sister,
no, I don't.
and she lives on this side of town.
Yeah, right now I'm not going anywhere to visit nobody, but I'm staying socially distracted except for you.
When Keith said strange looking, I knew.
Yeah, Colin. He ain't he fucking weird looking, dude.
He is a goofy looking motherfucker.
He is fucking weird looking, man. Blues Traveler was all right up until about the third song, and then you couldn't stand that fucking harmonica anymore. Cause that was his name, Big John or whatever.
Yeah, that big fat motherfucker. Blues Travelers was great.
Yeah,
I
he
forgot his
played
name.
the shit out of that fucking harmonica, man.
Yeah, but that wasn't really blues either.
Kind of got overdone to me.
I mean, Blues Travelers were a weird combination of quasi blues and 90s pop rock, which don't get me wrong, I am a huge fan of both. 90s pop rock is probably my biggest guilty pleasure. Give me Gin Blossoms, Goo Goo Dolls, fucking Better Than Ezra. Give me any of that shit. I fucking love it.
I don't know what anything he just said.
Yeah,
means.
I'm not talking to you. Shut the fuck up. You know, the Blues Travelers, Soul Asylum. I love that shit. I love it. But
Colin, the only Horsehead I know was in the Godfather movie.
that was actual Horsehead too, by the way, if you didn't know.
Well, I'm just saying that's the only Horsehead I know. I don't know if you're saying there's a band by that name or something. I don't know.
Yeah, John Harper. Thank you, Colin. John Harper.
Never heard of him.
The lead singer of Blues Travelers, fuck.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's what I said. That's a band I never listened to.
But no, Blues Travelers was great. They were, again, one of those bands where, you know, you probably don't worship their catalog, but there's never been a time where a Blues Traveler song has came on and you're like, man, fuck this. It's you're always gonna have a good time listening to the Blues Travelers. It's just what's gonna happen.
After 2 songs, I can't go no more. I'm just like, that's it. Sorry. I just can't do it. Yeah, I'm kind of weird, man, when in my music ways. So, but I do like me some Dave Mason. I play the hell out of some Dave Mason and listen to him for hours at a time. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what that is, Zachary. From S. Gross or S. Rose.
From what song?
The lyrics for the
I'm
song he
reading.
took great. Trolled us all. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Rose. What song are you talking about? Well, Kevin, you know, it's hard to recall most things in his life because
My life, it is hard to recall a lot of my life. It really is. What I recall is the shit that stuck in my mind. This was a memory, and I'm going to remember it. And so, you know, that's what I recall. I mean, hell, I'll be 65 in November. And shit, I did dope for fucking 45 years, man. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot
And
of
you haven't
shit.
done dope in 5 years. So when did you start doing it? Let's see, 15.
Oh, I was younger than that. I was younger than that.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to give you fucking some credit.
Yeah. No, I was younger than that. No, I was doing dope when I was in the 7th grade. So yeah. So it's it's took me a while.
All right, let me ask. It's slightly musically related, right? Because all of your music conversations end in drugs or start with drugs or have drugs in the middle. Fuck, all of your music is based around drugs.
Yeah.
How old, where were you, and who were you with the first time you smoked a joint?
Believe it or not, I'd done about every kind of drug you can imagine before I smoked a joint. I didn't smoke anything.
Really?
Yeah, I
So
didn't.
what was the first drug you did?
Downs.
What? Soapers, quads, fucking
No,
Vicodin, Percocets,
they were
Valium, Mommy's
they
Little
were
Helper?
I had broke my leg and they gave me these little pills.
Oh no, okay. I knew you broke your leg. That doesn't count a prescription. The first time you did
No,
drugs.
no, it count because they gave me these prescriptions. They was a 3-colored pill and 3 layers, 3 different colors. And I was supposed to do so many a day, 1 or 2 a day. And I was eating like 6 times that amount.
Oh, real quick side story. So everybody,
yeah,
everybody in here, he's talking about his fucked up broken leg and eating his painkillers. Let me tell you all a story about the time I was a freshman in high school and had.
Ruben, what's up, dude?
Shut up.
I'm going to the little girl's room and then I'll be back and finish my story, maybe.
So I was. Get out of my way.
Oh, you can see you.
So he's talking about his leg being messed up and having a prescription of drugs for his broken leg. When I was in the 8th grade, I dislocated my knee. April of my 8th grade year. April of my freshman year, so almost a year to the day later, I had surgery on my knee. I had to go in, take some cartilage out, do some. It was arthroscopic. It was an outpatient. I was in there in the morning, out in the afternoon. It wasn't major, but for a freshman in high school, having never had a major medical procedure, obviously it fucked with me for like realizing I had to do this. Well, they gave me a prescription of about 30 or 45 Loratabs. Hydrocodone, Vicodin, Loratab, Norco, whatever. But honestly, after the second or third day, it really didn't hurt that bad. I was wrapped up. I was in a knee immobilizer, so I couldn't bend my knee for like a week or so. But after like the second or third day, didn't hurt that bad. The 4th day, I went out with a friend of ours, and we went out, and I just had to get out of the house and shit, and I was out all day. So like the 5th day, it hurt a bit just because I was on it all day the day before, but wasn't that bad. So I didn't really take any of those Loratabs. I decided I was going to save them because even as a freshman in high school, I knew people here in Southern Indiana that loved hillbilly heroin, and I figured I'd sell them because they were good narcotics. So you cut to about 3-4 months later, my knee hurts. Hey, Ma, my knee hurts. Where my Loratabs at? Oh, your dad took them. He had a toothache. He had a toothache so fucking bad he ate 30 fucking Loratabs? Couldn't call the dentist? This motherfucker ate my entire fucking prescription of Loratabs when I was going to try to make $300 off this motherfucker. Yeah, to make a long story longer, I like to, I'm a man of detail, Ruben. I am a man of detail. Yeah, Kevin, motherfucker ate all of my goddamn pills. I'm still bitter about it today if you can't tell. I mean, really, it was just a kind of a principle thing. Welcome back.
Okay. Going back to the original question, if you'll let me finish.
No, I was telling them about when you ate all my goddamn Lord tabs after I had my knee surgery, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Well,
Because you had a toothache, you fucking dick.
the first time I did dope, I broke my leg, and they gave me prescription pills, and I was eating them like candy. And after about 3 weeks, my leg wasn't getting any better, and it was fucking killing me. And I was going through these pills like crazy. So I went back to the hospital, and they said they'd put the cast on wrong, so they had to cut the cast off, had to put it back on, had to give me more pills. And by that time, I was like watching Graham Kerr on PBS, The Galloping Gourmet, and I was eating these fucking downers, and I was loving this, man. I was fucking eating this shit up.
Were you still a Mackie then?
Yeah, I was in like the 7th or 8th grade, something, and I got my shit better, and then I was trying to play baseball. I thought I had a chance at making something at a baseball life. And then I got turned on to some speed, and I found out the speed could make me run faster. And so I could run, I could eat this speed, and I could steal bases and shit like that. And that was good. And then a couple of years later, I hurt my fucking leg and again. And so I knew baseball was out of the picture. And then I got turned on to some mescaline. I was doing mescaline. And the first time I smoked pot, I was probably, I want to say 16. I'd been doing dope for, I don't know, 4 years or better. I just never smoked anything. I didn't smoke cigarettes or nothing. And I was hitchhiking through town. And this dude picks me up in a van. It turned out he was some fucking gay hippie. And he had a bag of herb and handed me a number, and I smoked the number with him. And so that's when I started smoking herb. And hell, I did that. I ended up living like that for like 45 years, man. You know, and I know I quit smoking pot 4 or 5 years ago, just because of the job that I had at the time. They were doing so many piss tests on me that it was fucking unbelievable. They were dropping 3 piss tests every 2 months on me. And I'm like, fuck. So I just quit smoking pot. And now I'm not working. I'm retired, so I don't have to worry about it. I just can't get no fucking dope anymore. So, but I'd still be smoking it if I could. But I gave up the powders, and hell, when I lived in California, I was doing $300 of coke a day. And fuck, that was back in the mid 70s, early 70s, mid 70s. So you do the math. That was a lot of fucking blow back then. But I gave all that up years ago. I gave up my pills. I ain't did no pills and no coke, nothing for years. I gave all that up. I still think herb should be legalized everywhere, and I think everybody should be allowed to smoke it. And so it is what it is. I've lived my life, and I've been happy with it. I've had good memories. And what was it? Richard Pryor said once, cocaine, I ain't hooked on coke. I snorted that shit for 10 years, and I ain't hooked. So yeah, it'll do it to you, but you know. I've had a damn good life though, man. I made a lot of good times, a lot of good memories, met a lot of good people. And it's been fun. It's been a fun life, man. I always said, as long as I'm happy, I ain't hurting nobody, you know. So what the hell, man? Uh, yeah, S Rose. I still have a lot of memories that I can't remember. I really do. I have a lot of memories. And I share them from time to time with people. And it's it's a lot of things are there's some things I'm like, man, how in the hell did I survive that? But I did. And I can I can still talk about it and tell you where I was and what I was doing. And yeah, so it's hell, I can still go in my kitchen and cook. That's the main thing. I can still go in my kitchen and cook. And I ain't hurting nobody. I never hurt nobody in my life. I never got violent towards anybody.
That's because you're a pussy.
I never wanted to rape anybody. Well, other than my first wife, I never wanted to shoot anybody. I mean, I'm like, so life's been good, man. I can't say drugs were bad to me. I can't do that.
They weren't good to him, but
no, I can say they was good to me because of the memories that I have, and I've had damn good memories, and I've had damn good times, and I mean, it is what it is. No, Colin, I've talked about this before on my videos. I'm not gonna do a cookbook. I will not do a cookbook. Uh, there's just no money in a cookbook. There's just no money in it.
there's no money in anything you fucking do, but you still do it.
And yeah, but there's even less money in a cookbook. That's why I put my videos out and I do it myself, my way, and you can do what I do or do it your way, and that's what happens. I mean, just do it your way. Rose, we're in southern Indiana. We live in Evansville.
Southwest Indiana.
Well, Southwest, all right. A Skinner, he's drinking some kind of funny beer I bought him today from Chicago. Show Skinner what you're drinking now.
Skinner. So I just switched over to this. It's called Eugene by Revolution Brewing. It's a robust porter. It's 6.8%. Nice coffee flavor. Pretty strong coffee flavor. I'm drinking out of the can. Because I just didn't want to pour it into a glass. But no, it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. He just saw. I can guarantee you, he just saw a porter and grabbed it because he knows I like stouts and porters. But hey, for a impulse buy, motherfucker didn't do too bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Skinner, I went to the store today. I had to get some stuff in the store, and while I was there, I had to get me a carton of beer. And I went up and down that damn beer aisle twice looking for some kind of beer for him. And I couldn't find anything that I knew that he drank.
By the way, I'm switching back and forth between whiskey, the porter, and Founder's Dirty Bastard Scotch Ale, which is 8.5%, and dear God, it fucking packs a punch.
So anyways, I found this beer here, and I brought it home, and he came outside earlier, and he had a glass of this poured. And he said, "You did good, Pop." And I'm like, "What the fuck you mean?" He said, "This beer's good, man." I'm like, "I have no idea. I just thought it was something." Yeah, GB. I've said it many times in my videos, man. Cook it my way or cook it your way. I don't care. Just cook. You know, like I said for years, man. People say I don't know how to cook, and I'm like, throw some shit in the pot, man. If it don't work, don't do it again. If it works, do it again. Yeah. So
Yeah, Colin, Guinness is. I don't think Guinness is the best beer ever, but I will say Guinness is my favorite beer, and the reason is I like stouts and porters. And for the last 12 years, up until a month ago, I lived in Southern California, in Orange County, and between San Diego and LA, Orange County's right in the middle. You have San Diego to LA, outside of Southern Washington, I believe has the highest concentration of microbrews of any place in the country. And a lot of them are fantastic. That's where you get like Ballast Point, Bottle Logic, Stone Brewery, and they all make phenomenal beers. But out there, IPAs are kind of the go-to. People like their IPAs, and I do not like IPAs. I don't like the piney. I just don't understand how they get the old boot and tire into the keg with the beer.
okay, hold on, I gotta ask.
But I like stouts and porters, and anywhere I go, you would see 1,000 IPAs on tap, and the closest thing to a stout that they would have would be Guinness. So I drank Guinness, and I love Guinness. It's not the best beer I've ever had, but it is my favorite. But I am definitely a stout and porter kind of guy, and in lieu of a true heavy stout, give me a shot of Irish whiskey and a pint of Guinness any damn day of the week, and I'm happy as a pig in shit.
GB, say what the fuck you want. You're not gonna get banned on my channel, dude. I'm not gonna time you out or delete you. I fucking like you, GB.
Yeah, but GB, I am a moderator, so keep it kind of clean.
No, fuck that, GB. Do your thing. If you don't like coffee beer, tell him you don't fucking like coffee beer. Skinner, supper tomorrow. I got some crawfish tails in the freezer, and I got some shrimps in the freezer.
I'm gonna make etouffee.
Zachary's gonna make some etouffee with my crawfish and some of my shrimps, and then the rest of the shrimps I'm gonna boil and make me some cocktail sauce. And that's what me and Zachary's gonna eat. And Terry's gonna have leftovers from tonight, or she's gonna have a big red hot dog.
And that's not a euphemism, by the way.
No, that's what they are, big red hot dogs.
Yeah, it was a
But
joke,
yeah.
motherfucker.
What the fuck is that?
Kevin, he doesn't know what that means. Just explain.
Neutral transmitter. Is that kind of like a transistor radio from back in the day? I don't know what the fuck that is. Skinner, it'd probably be between 5 and 6, somewhere around there. I generally have supper ready between 5 and 6.
Yeah, that's usually because mom has to eat before she goes to work, but she doesn't eat
Yeah.
crawfish or etouffee.
Yeah,
so
so it could be any time tomorrow.
just some point I'm gonna start cooking.
So Zachary said he wanted to do some etouffee tomorrow, and I said okay. And he's like, "You got any tomatoes?" And I'm like, "No, I ain't got no tomatoes. I don't want no Creole etouffee. I don't eat Creole shit. I like Cajun food. I don't like Creole food. So there'll be no tomatoes in my etouffee." Yeah, GB, I was lucky. I was in the store the other day and I found some certified Cajun crawfish. There wasn't none of this shit from over parts wherever. They were actually from Louisiana.
GB, I told you last week I
So-
need some all-dressed chips. You send me a couple of packs of all-dressed chips, and I'll get you some fucking crawdad tails and mail them to you. I will happily make that exchange any goddamn day of the week. GB, if there is a video, I'm gonna have to teach him how to use a fucking camera, because at that point in time, mom will be sleeping because she has to work tomorrow night. Let's just say there's a potential for a possibility.
A video of you making etouffee?
Yes.
Oh my God. Means I gotta get the tripod out and I gotta learn how to push a button.
Literally, that's the only two things you have to do.
No, I gotta learn how to push the right button. And yeah, I'm not. That's why I don't film myself, because I'm not real intellectual when it comes to that stuff.
You're not intellectual at all.
Yoakum, what's up, dude? Ain't seen you forever, man. Yoakum lives up around Vincennes.
Oh, Yoakum, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hello, Hoosier.
GB, Cajun is good and Creole's got tomato in it. I don't like tomato in my shit. Cullen, was that his last movie? No, I haven't seen that yet. I'm waiting for Netflix to put that out in 2 years.
Colin, I don't think I've seen any since Rambo First Blood Part 2.
No, his last movie looks friggin' awesome.
No. The only thing,
Yeah.
the only Rambo related movie you ever need to watch is First Blood. First Blood, Brian Dennehy.
He dead now.
Yes,
Cheers
he
to
just
Brian
died.
Dennehy.
Hey, rest in peace, Brian Dennehy. Brian Dennehy and Sylvester Stallone, First Blood, they drew First Blood, not me. They drew First Blood.
Yeah.
That was probably the best action film ever made, man, because it was before action films became over the top and action filmy. It was early enough that it was relevant.
GB sent you a message. Yeah, GB, I know. They got some weird ass rules up there on your mail.
Oh, damn. GB, I didn't know that about the, I mean, it makes sense with customs and border confiscation. I didn't know that, though, about certain things. I mean, I knew that was about certain things, but I didn't know about crawdads. GB, I don't want ketchup chips. I don't like ketchup. I fucking despise ketchup. But, man, I just want some real all-dressed chips. I know occasionally... I haven't seen them out here, but I know out in California, I was seeing Lay's carry some all-dressed chips here and there at different stores. But I just want some straight-up Canadian all-dressed chips. And if you can happen to overnight me a double from Tim Hortons, I'd appreciate that too. But that's just wishful thinking.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's just wishful thinking, because I don't want no stale coffee the next day, but. Fuck, I want a double from Tim Hortons and some Timbits.
This guy's an idiot, GB.
Oh, I'm sorry, because I know about Canadian culture?
Yeah.
Do you know what a double from Tim's is?
A extra large coffee with extra milk.
2 cream, 2 sugar.
That's what I just said.
That's not what you said.
Well,
It's
same difference.
2 cream, 2 sugar from Tim Hortons.
Who the hell would have put cream and sugar in their coffee?
And
That's just wrong.
Timbits are what we would call donut holes, but they come from Tim Hortons.
Oh my God.
Yeah, GB, First Blood was the best fucking movie he made.
Oh my God. All right, man. We've been on here for almost a couple hours now. I think I'm going to shut this off and see what's going on in the world. GB, I want to see another unboxing video. God, I hope it ain't another pizza, though. Damn, I was so surprised about that. But anyways, yeah. GB, keep it going, man. Skinner, no, some coffee beer is nice, man. It really is. I've had a few. I'm not a real big dark beer drinker, but if they got a coffee flavor in there, I can do that.
GB, I've heard people say that McDonald's coffee is good. It's not bad.
I've never liked McDonald's coffee, never.
Yeah, sorry, I said Lay's. I meant Ruffles. I could get Ruffles all dressed out in California.
But no, I want me some Old Dutch. Send me if I can get a bag of Old Dutch all dressed chips, motherfucker. I will do a video of just anything I can do with some all dressed chips.
Kevin, I ain't doing no work, man. We're just having fun, drinking beer and cooking food. It ain't no work.
Living with you's fucking work.
Yoakum, you have a good one too, dude. Oh, GB, yeah, I'm gonna see you drinking some vodka at Tim Hortons. Yeah, I hear you. Let me go down to a local coffee stand and drink me some vodka. What the hell? Only GB would do that.
Well, hey everybody.
That's why I say you're not going to get banned from my channel, motherfucker. Oh my God.
Kevin, I wouldn't say I'm enjoying him. I'm
It
just
comes
trying
and goes. It comes and goes.
make the best of a bad
and-
situation.
And that's another thing. Before I close out, I had a comment on our last feed. I had a comment from somebody. And just so you know, I mean, if you watch my cooking channels, you've seen me and Terry interact between one another and the way she's always bitching at me.
Just a nagging ass woman.
And if you watch Zachary in these live feeds now, you've seen him the way he is towards me. This is the way we've been forever, man. We've always lived our life like this. And
Not by choice.
you know, you can go ask the people that know us, and they'll tell you, no, that's the way they live, and that's the way they talk. Hey, it works for us, man. It may not work for you, may not work for your sister, may not work for your brother or his kids, but it's worked for us. So we're just gonna keep doing it. Me and Zachary's gonna keep arguing about everything.
Every day of our lives.
And that's just what we do. And so, you know, it's all fucking good, man. It's just some people don't understand that. You know, I don't know what it is. We're living large, you know.
Meh.
Sleeping in the garage. What the fuck, man? You know.
Right.
It is what it is.
All right, everybody.
So we're gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for stopping by tonight. It's been fun. I hope you learned something about music.
Yeah, that kind of got off the rails a little bit. But hey, you know, nothing's perfect, especially anything to do with him. Everybody, again, cheers. Thank you for stopping in. I'm sure we'll see you next Monday. And thank you. Have a good night.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time. Cheers.